Hey everybody, it is week 3 and it's getting busy. So let's talk a little bit about what's coming up this week. This is really focused on teacher effectiveness and certificated evaluation, but it also digs into the recruitment process. So, um, and they kind of layer upon each other. So it's important to take a look at the learning modules. The discussion board is there's two of them. One is about one of the articles that's listed there about it's the second article, Marzano's article about two purposes of teacher evaluation. So you've got to read that one before you hit discussion board 1. And then 2 is the school district policy about classified evaluation. Those are always interesting. That all of you all are in the certificated side of things, and so you may or may not have worked in about what classified evaluation, how that works, and how different it is in many ways than certificated evaluation. So that's the discussion board number 2, and then the assignment. The assignment is about recruitment and selection, and it'll appear a bit daunting, but don't let it be. It's only 3 to 5 pages. You don't have to be an expert. We're not asking that. It's really just sort of getting your dipping your toe in the water to what goes on in human resources with respect to recruitment and selection of folks. So the reading that you've been keeping up with will be very helpful, and then you want to just kind of dig into your district's practices around recruitment and hiring, and paying special attention to the diversity dynamic that's in there. Is what they do connected to their mission and to their vision, those sorts of things. But it's going to appear like a lot. Don't let it overwhelm you. It's really meant to be a first blush, just to kind of get your general understanding created. You don't have to interview anybody. If you know your HR folks and you feel comfortable, talking to one of them for a few minutes, that's great. You could speak to your principal a little bit about it, or your administrator if you want to. You're not obligated to do that. So please read through the rubric and the expectations of the assignment, and then shoot me some questions if you have any. I'll give you an example. In Irvine, where I work, we actually created through our HR department what we call the Irvine Top 10. And it's basically, these are the characteristics and qualities of people we want to hire. And then on the right side of that document, so it's like a 2-part document, then on the right side of the document is the characteristics that we don't want to hire. And then basically it's not specific to being a teacher or being a principal or being a custodian. It's basically these are the qualities that we think make for good employees, and these are the ones that don't. And so that's an example of a practice we put in place that kind of connects to the mission. So you might have something like that similar in your district. But again, if you can't find a ton, do your best to find out what you can, and then draft up the paper as best you can. So think of it this way: it is sort of like just getting your general understanding of what's going on when we're dealing with hiring employees. In small districts, a little easier; large districts, a little more difficult. So anyway, shoot me questions if you have any. Again, busy week, so I'm around if you have any needs. Okay, take care.